Awesome. Great. We're live. Hi, everybody. Well, we've got a pretty engaging chat so far. Welcome to Lunchbox's April Summit. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy days. I'm sure everyone here runs restaurant or is closely associated with the field. So really appreciate you guys taking the time to jump on and chat with us and really hear what we have to say. We're super excited to be presenting to everybody. Hey, everybody. Hi. We've got some really cool things planned for you, and we're really excited to kick it off. We're gonna give it about 2 more minutes to let the room fill up a little bit more, and then we're gonna start off with our special guest, Robert Earl, to kick things off for the summit. Hi, everybody. Wow, such a warm welcome. Awesome. I don't think I've gotten a warmer reception ever before. I think to my team, I think we're ready to go ahead and bring Robert Earl on, and let's kick it off. I'd love for everyone to know everything about Robert Earl. Hey, Robert. Thank you so much for joining. How are you doing?
Excellent. Great to be with you all.
Awesome. Thanks so much for taking the time. We have roughly a little over 200 people in attendance here. They're all really excited to hear what you have to say. They probably don't want to hear me anymore, which is totally fine. That's why you're here. So I want to jump right into it. We'd love to hear your legendary story and your storied career in the restaurant industry. Take us away.
Sure. We don't really have long enough for that because I'm pretty old. But essentially, I've been a restaurateur all my life. We've tried to combine celebrity and talent and marketing with everything that we've done. We tend to specialize in large numbers, not small, intimate settings. We currently own a series of brands that are a short 300 restaurants. They go from Planet Hollywood to Earl of Sandwich to Buca di Beppo to Brio to Bravo to Bertucci's to Chicken Guy, my partnership with Guy Fieri, and I've probably missed a few. And we've just got involved with a new chain down in Florida that we haven't announced yet, that we're rather excited with as well, that we've taken over. And essentially, that's been my career. I've owned Hard Rock Cafe along the way and various other businesses. And over the last 2 years, which is where Lunchbox comes in, we've started to play in the virtual space, initially with our own brands, initially where we were our own best validator, using the brands, particularly during COVID. They saved our little tushy and particularly helped us during that period. And now, as all the restaurants start to emerge from COVID and start to get back to our 2019 numbers, which is everyone's target, we intend to, both in our own places and with all the other restaurant market partners that my company Virtual Dining Concepts is working with, we want to build sales from virtual brands.
That is incredibly exciting, and you're right. I think everyone's goal here is to get back to 2019 numbers. You mentioned growth during COVID, and I want to touch on that a little bit.
Sure.
I know that you were instrumental in helping Mr. Beast and helping his millions of followers on YouTube translate to the virtual dining space. Can you talk about how you went about doing that? Because I think I'm a big Mr. Beast fan. I watch all his YouTube videos, so it was amazing to be so closely related to it.
So a few confessions. First and foremost, my son, Robbie, who looks after all the talent side and various other parts of the company, comes in to see me and says, "We've signed Mr. Beast." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, who's that?" So I was a little out of that space. Basically, Jimmy, his team, Robbie and Eric Greenspan, our culinary boss, they all got together. with all of Jimmy Mr. Beast's desires and put together the Mr. Beast menu. Not too large, not too many SKUs, essential to have an efficient delivery brand. And everyone told me, you're not going to believe what is going to happen. And of course, we weren't prepared for it. It was amazing. On day one, we went just a restaurant virtual business to #1 on the App Store in the entire country, most downloaded free app. And we've continued with the momentum now. And it's a fabulous brand that's here to stay. By the end of the second quarter, we will have over 1,000 different kitchens that are producing and delivering Mr. Beast across the United States. And we're just starting in the UK as we speak.
That's incredible. That's so exciting. Congratulations on the success there. That's incredible.
Thank you to everyone.
Yeah. Great. So yeah, that's amazing. That sort of like teased me up into, you're looking to expand in virtual space. What sort of drove you to invest in Lunchbox a couple months ago? Like, what was the incentive for you?
I started to see the company. I loved the things that you could do to enhance the front end experiences on everything. And that was a big driver, the ability to gain data and how to use it and how to do it for marketing. I was told about you by another investor who wasn't too generous on how much they let us come in for, because they'd already committed to a big slug. So we just took your seconds, whatever we could get. And now I sort of evaluate it quite seriously through what you can do for my company. So you're now working on 5 or 6 diverse projects for us, from your light years ahead on the virtual food halls, and we have some twists on that, what we've asked you to do, all the way across to, as we develop our drive-through for our bricks and mortar chicken guys, you're working on some cutting edge tech for that. So I like the way everyone responds. I like your energy level. I like the know-how and professionalism that you have. And we're a good client as well as an investor.
Amazing. Yeah, no, we're super excited to be talking, to some of the amazing brands that you have, and really appreciate you taking the time. This was incredibly helpful. You have several fans in this chat, and the hundreds of people that are on this live recording right today. So, thank you so much for taking the time, Robert. This was incredible learning how you started Mr. Beast and Earl Enterprises.
Good luck, everyone.
Thank you so much, Robert.
Thank you.
Awesome. So that was Robert Earl, founder of Planet Hollywood, founder of Virtual Dining Concepts. He launched Mr. Beast. He's working with Guy Fieri on Chicken Guy, and really one of the leaders out there in defining, working with celebrities in the food space. Great. Let's jump into what we've got for you today. It seems not like a whole lot. It's more than 4 things. I promise you that for sure. But we want to talk about how things are going for Lunchbox, because we consider you guys our restaurant partners. That's how we talk about you internally. You're our restaurant partners. We want to tell you how things are going. We've got some amazing product updates, and we actually have some new leadership for product specifically, since it's so important to everybody. And then we've got some customer success org upgrades, which are very, very important for us to describe to you, because we want to continue supporting you like we always have since day one. And we made some upgrades there. And then we've got a sustainability highlight from actually one of you. One of our restaurant partners will be speaking on sustainability at the end of our presentation here. Sweet. Our mission, just to reiterate it, we come back to this at every summit that we do. Our mission is it's the same that it's always been. We want to empower you so you can have the guest data and have a long-lasting relationship between you and your guests, and have the data with our ordering engine to better those relationships. That's always been our goal, is to give you the data, give you the power to own that relationship. And that hasn't changed. A lot of our partners here. We have a lot more than what's on here, but a lot of our partners are here in the chat today. If you're a restaurant partner, feel free to say hello and chat with some of the other people in the chat. We're excited to be talking to you. Thank you for being part of the journey. We're super excited to have you and looking forward to continuing it and updating you on new product developments. Great. So we're going to jump into why you should join Lunchbox, the team. And to do this, we're going to bring on our Chief Operating Officer and CFO, Scott Gelman. Scott, take it away.
Hi, Hadi.
Hey.
Great job. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. Super excited to be talking to you. So I joined Lunchbox about 3 months ago, and it has been a wild and crazy ride. I've spent the last 10 years in technology and the last 20 years both operating companies, both from a finance perspective and from an operations perspective, and super excited to be talking to all of you today.
Awesome. Excited to have you, Scott. We're really excited to have you on the team, and we'd love for you to walk us through, why should we join Lunchbox? I think Zach, are you going to go ahead and share the slide for us?
All right.
This is quite fantastic. I'm going to
I can talk to it without sharing the slide. So great. Look, I'm super excited to say that literally over the last 3 months, we have hired 12 new leaders and even more to the business. We've doubled our headcount in the last 12 weeks. And one of the statistics I am most proud of is that we have 50% female representation on our leadership team. We're completely gender balanced at this point in time, and it's all happened over the last 3 months. We have a spectacular group of people that are leading, that are inspiring, that are making this business a better place for our customers and for our future. And they're the reason, and all of you, our customers, are the reason why we're looking to grow our top line by anywhere from 6 to 10x this year. One of the things that we've changed, helped, and evolved over the last couple of weeks is just our philosophical approach to culture. We don't want to create a world where people are working 24/7. We focus on efficacy over effort. If you can get your job done in 10 hours a week, great. We support you. And what we want to do is create a culture where we're completely and totally transparent and honest with each other. What everybody's doing well and where we need to improve. Because together, what we're trying to do and what we're trying to be is provide a world-class experience for our customers, but also for our employees. We want to make this an amazing place to work. And so what we've also done is, what we do is we track our employee happiness. And you saw in Q3 that there was a little bit of a divot, but even through adding 12 new leaders to the organization, we've seen an uptick, because what's happening is we've got such an amazing group of people that they're gravitating towards our leadership. And our leaders are inspiring our team to provide a world-class customer experience. And we are so excited by being able to share with you our experience today.
Yeah.
And where could we use your help? We've got a couple of critical positions, believe it or not. Even after hiring all these people and doubling our headcount over the last 3 months, we're looking to hire, and we continue to look to hire. We're looking for a VP of sales to help us focus on growing, but growing the right way. And we're looking for all these foundational positions to help us continue to grow, but to build the foundational tools where we can grow and we can enhance the experience for our customers, not only from a product perspective, but from an experience perspective.
Scott, I think what you said there is just really important. That the reason why we're hiring and moving the way that we are is because we want to continue to enhance the Lunchbox experience for a lot of the people on this call. So really important call out, and thank you for making that distinction.
Thank you, Hadi.
Yep. Great. Keep going, Scott. Okay. So we have added on some new leadership. Allison Kaiser, we added on a head of talent roughly 12 weeks ago, and just in 12 weeks alone, under Scott's leadership, she's been able to double our headcount with some really great talent. And Scott, do you want to talk about our new head of people and what our goal is there?
I just figured you kicked me out because my tenure was coming to an end at Lunchbox.
Not at all.
No, like Allie has been truly absolutely phenomenal. She has helped us double the size of our team within the last 12 weeks. Like, just amazing inspiration, amazing heart, amazing candor, amazing leadership. She has made this just a phenomenal place to work, and she's done that working in tandem with our founders and our leadership team. Thank you, Allie. And then on the flip side, we've just brought on board our interim head of people, Heather Henry. She is wonderful. She has a bench of people operations experience influencing culture at Tesla, Netflix, and recently left Honey. We are so incredibly fortunate to have her be part of our team. We're really looking forward to what she brings to the table and our future collectively together. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Scott. Sweet. So let's jump into, why use Lunchbox. I think it's important to remind everybody, what we do constantly so we can have that top of mind and everyone knows exactly what we do. These are 5 services that we provide today. We provide web and app ordering in an omni-channel system, along with Pocket Kiosk, if that's what you want to participate in. And then you also have a mini marketplace if you have multiple brands operating out of one kitchen, or maybe you have one virtual brand operating out of many kitchens. You could use number 4, which is Cloud Concepts. And then at the end, we understand that launching a system is not enough. Launching a system is maybe half the battle. The other part is marketing and loyalty towards those customers. And we've got some amazing stuff planned for you today in Lunchbox Studio, which everyone here is going to be really excited to hear. But to talk about, continue to talk about what we've done. We started off with our first client, Bear Burger, in 2018, that only owned 14% of their first party orders. In 2019, when they started with us, it eventually got to 36. But in 2020, 2 years after they started, focusing on the digital space, roughly 54% of their sales are through the Lunchbox platform. And I think that's the most important thing to note here. That the revenue that you make through Lunchbox is more profitable for you than any other channel, especially with being like a third party like Grubhub, right? They take crazy amounts of fees, and what Lunchbox does is really just make it more profitable for you. Next up, we have Lunchbox Studio, the part that I was just building up and talking about. I'm going to have Zach, our head of Lunchbox Studio, sort of jump in and walk you guys through what we have planned for you.
Yeah, thank you, Hadi. Yeah, so Lunchbox Studio is a new initiative that we've actually built in-house. And essentially what it is it's an internal studio for all of our clients that they have access to, where we help you build strategies to convert those third-party guests over to your first party through automated marketing capabilities. We'll help you with print marketing and design and integrated social campaigns as well. So if you're a client and you're interested in learning more about this, you can contact your customer success specialist, and they'll link you up with one of our marketing specialists who will then create some strategies alongside you and your team. And they're fully dedicated to help you guys build everything out from design to implementation within Lunchbox, marketing capabilities and more.
Sweet, thanks, Zach. For all of our clients that just heard everything there, like Zach said, contact your customer success partner. We're ready to really dial up our help for you in the marketing space. to really be that partner in converting third-party sales to first-party and helping you use the Lunchbox suite of marketing products. We know it's a lot, so you will have, along with your customer success partner, you will have a marketing contact from Lunchbox to help you with that. Next up, we've got some amazing product updates, and we have some great new leadership that I want to introduce. Jana and Sagar, take it away.
Hey, Hadi, thanks so much. I will just do a quick intro. This is my first Lunchbox Summit. What is this, 7 or 8 weeks in? It's been a busy couple of weeks, I'll say, but very excited to be here. So I'm Jana Lee, entrepreneur background. I've launched many consumer products and platforms in my past. My latest was building infrastructure for Behemoth Corp to ideate and launch new consumer digital businesses. It was extremely fun. Just like the restaurant tech industry, my past role was in pet care. We saw major changes and seen a major boom in the last 12 months. It was a really exciting space to be in. And I'm so excited now to be in the restaurant tech space here at Lunchbox. A little bit more about myself. I am a sneakerhead. I have lost count at how many sneakers I actually have, but I can tell you my favorite pair right now is definitely my tie-dye Air Jordans that match my 18-month-old sons that we rock at the park on the weekends. And now I'll hand it over to you, Sagar, to try to follow that up.
Thanks, Jana. Always hard to follow Jana. I only wear Crocs. I'm not a sneakerhead. Yeah, thanks, Jana. Thanks, Hadi. Hi, everyone. My name's Sagar Patel. I recently joined the team as VP of Engineering. Prior to Lunchbox, I was in engineering leadership at a company called BlackRock, and my time there was spent mostly on leading product and engineering teams, growing engineering organizations, and scaling both product and architecture to better support our clients and their needs. Really excited to be here. Even more excited about helping to take our current suite of products to the next level to support all of the amazing work that many of you in the restaurant industry have already been doing.
Awesome.
Thanks, Sagar. So a little bit, back to me here, a little bit about how we're thinking about product and how we truly, truly see ourselves as your partner. You even heard directly from Robert Earl earlier on how we're collaborating with his entire team to build some world-class solutions. It's just how we do things here at Lunchbox. So, I'm just gonna read this out loud. I know you all can read as well, but honestly believe this whole organization just believes we're on the front lines with you. We're listening, optimizing, and delivering with absolute transparency as we work together. We honestly believe we're one crew. So our job here is to just continue to build this world-class product organization so we can do one thing, which is to continue to build those world-class products for you that absolutely empower you in your businesses. So we can go ahead and go to next slide here. We want to get really specific about how we're doing this. I'm going to hand this back over to Hadi to run through. We rolled this out in our last summit, pre-Jana, I like to say, but I wanted to run through this, how we are listening and how we're taking feature requests and how we're incorporating them into everything we're building here at Lunchbox. So go ahead, Hadi.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much. This piece is probably one of the more important initiatives that we announced beginning of January. And the reason why was because we really want to be transparent with our roadmap, and we added a feature in the Lunchbox dashboard available to everybody that's on here, all of our restaurant partners and prospective clients, where they can go onto Lunchbox dashboard on the bottom left, select features that you can submit a feature, or you can look at the roadmap. And for all the restaurant partners that jumped on, voted, added features, I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. It really, really helps us to understand when you're asking for features, because other people voted on your products and your feature requests. And we're going to talk later. Andrew, our CTO and co-founder, is going to lead all the features that we were able to pull in and we did build. So just want to continue reiterating that please go here and submit your feature requests. It's where we'll pull stuff in, because this is the place that Jana and her team are listening to when they want to build new products. Thank you so much for participating here.
Yeah, absolutely. I just wanted to, we're all a team here. I can speak to this one a little bit more as well. So how we want to make sure we rolled this out, and it was so cool to see my first day jumping in here of how invested you all are in how we build Lunchbox. There are so many requests in here, and we just want to give a little more transparency around, the status of those and how we handle those. You'll see there under review after you submit those are coming to the team. A lot of the times, these features are not just specific to what your needs are. A lot of our other customers have those similar needs. So when we're under review, we are just looking at those holistically and how they affect the product. That's when they move into the plan stage. This means the team will be implementing them with the feature within the year. My hope here is that we'll able to give you even a closer time frame on when those will happen, and actually be collaborating with you much closer on how those will be rolled out. And then you'll see in progress is when actually those features are actually being worked on currently, and that's when you can start to see those. I did just want to touch base a little bit more on the piece where when feature requests come in, that it just doesn't affect one of our clients. We're really taking what you're helping us do here is really be analytical about this and really understand how this can affect our platform overall and really make a huge impact, not just to your business, but to other clients as well. And so that's where we really want to be transparent in our entire process. But what I would like to do next is actually show you how this has actually been working. So Hadi, this was rolled out about 3 months ago, is that right?
This is super exciting. Yeah. So
yeah.
I think this is the part that everyone wants to sort of pay attention to here. So take us away, please.
Yeah. So here's where I get to brag a little bit about all the work we've done. And when I say we, I'm going to be super clear. This has been a team effort, and Andrew and all the team, even before I am, this is the proof in the pudding. Hey, we rolled this out. Show me how this is working and what's been implemented. So I'm not going to go super deep in all of these because I'm about to bring Andrew on to jump even further into them. They're super exciting, but we'll just touch on a bit of them because I like to brag a little bit about what we've been up to. So mobile admin, just making that a mobile friendly version of our admin so you can access that on the go. Culture Hub was a huge one. I'm so excited about this, seeing content forward. Food and content really matches there. So I was really excited seeing that one live. Closed location, refund dashboard, daily production. Some of these, I just want to be clear that some of these that you'll need to request access through our customer support to see those in your admin dashboard. They're not going to be all out there now, but when we follow up in the email, we'll make sure to call out those ones that you'll need to do that with. On the other side, this was in the works. So again, not going to steal all of Andrew's thunder when he jumps into these, but nested modifiers. This is allowing your customers, your guests, to get even another layer of customization. Double points when we talk loyalty, sold out in 86ing, some features around that. Our Toast stock integration that just went live last week, and bank loyalty. We're putting a ton of work into loyalty. We hear you on that piece. We know it's one of the most powerful tools to engage and re-engage your customers now that you own that relationship. So you'll see a lot of new things rolling out on loyalty. So this beautiful slide, I won't go one by one and bore you, although none of it is boring. I want to talk about what's coming, and I'm going to promise that we'll be even more transparent in this process as we start to move features from request to our board, to our roadmap. So high level, we've broken this down into 3 themes to make it a lot more consumable. We have our online ordering, our marketing and analytics, and platform and performance. And I think now this will really show you what we're really excited about and what we're doubling down on. A few sneak peeks into the online ordering piece. You'll see we really prioritize as in the first couple quarters around user experience and focusing on usability and design. A lot of the features that we're seeing are really focused on that piece. So we are actually taking that as a huge part of our product roadmap and implementing some changes there. Enabling the POS agnostic to open up how flexible the entire Lunchbox platform can be with your existing stack. That's a big piece for us. Looking forward to that in the next few months as well. We're going to really jump into this, but I'm so excited about the Pocket Kiosk version 2. We'll elaborate a little bit more, but this is allowing us to evolve post-pandemic with you. What does dining look like now? And so really using Pocket Kiosk to really enable that slow migration back to in dining. all of the portions that on the marketing analytic piece of our roadmap, this is all how we enable our restaurants to engage with your customers. So we're helping you own your customer relationship, and now we're next level, allowing you to engage with them in new ways. So all around loyalty and loyalty expansion, you can see that on here. Our client portal and our admin redesign, how are we making it easier for you to do that? And a big thing that you'll really start to see, and I can't wait to unveil this in its end-to-end, what we're building on our customer engagement platform. We are heads down, super focused on launching what that looks like, on how you're going to be able to launch campaigns, push notifications, emails right from our dashboard, right tied into your existing data, and really being able to take action right then and there to impact your business. So that piece, I'm just so excited about to roll that out. And lastly, I want to really touch on something that, we've heard a lot about as well. I'm going to bring Sagar to talk. Do you want me to hurry up? I was going to bring Sagar on just to talk about our platform and performance and what he's doubling down on there on the last slide.
Yeah, no, let's do it. I just want to apologize to everybody but my cat. I'm going to mute myself while you guys take it away. Go right ahead, Sagar.
So on the platform side, not as fun as the product updates, but really important. We're really focused on making the overall experience more stable and reliable for both our customers and their guests. As our customers grow their footprint, as we grow ours, there are really three overarching categories of work that we need to focus our efforts on. The first one there, the first item on the roadmap is globalization. What we're thinking from a globalization standpoint as a whole encompasses everything that needs to be done in order to prepare our business for an international marketplace. That's an undertaking for the whole company, but for purposes of this roadmap, what it means is setting the groundwork from the engineering side, meaning just generalizing our administrative dashboard, our catering platform, our ordering platform, both mobile experiences. It's essentially changing and removing any hardwiring so that our products are language and culture agnostic. We're prioritizing this now so that when it comes time to service a marketplace outside of the US, it'll be just like flipping a switch. Next on the list, sometime between early and the middle of the year, we'll begin to focus on two things: making our platform more reliable and paying down some debt that we've accumulated necessarily as we've grown. What that means is, as we onboard more customers, as we go global, as our customers gain more guests from using our suite of products, ultimately that there are no hiccups in that whole ordering flow. We've already begun to implement some of these changes to address this, as Jenna kind of spoke of, but we're taking a more holistic approach to both reliability and security. On the reliability side, we're starting to move incrementally towards a scalable system and infrastructure. Without getting too technical, what that entails is making sure we build products in a way that's optimized for speed and efficiency for everyone, for us, for our customers, for the guests. And then on the security side, we'll continue to be hyper-focused on data, info security, securing personally identifiable information, customer and guest info, and then authentication. And then lastly, accessibility, a big area of focus for us. I think the tech industry as a whole, fairly straightforward here. We need to make sure that our web and mobile apps meet certain accessibility criteria, and then baking that into our development process. We've thought about this through the years as we've built the platform, but because there's risk there, we have to be really focused on and vigilant about compliance. Risk not necessarily for us, but for the industry as a whole. The work needed here is anything and everything to remain ADA compliant, WCAG compliant, so that we're building products that are accessible for a variety of different disabilities. So just to reiterate, globalization, platform reliability, and accessibility from the platform side are our main areas of focus and will take us through the end of the year. Ultimately, these things will make us make all of our products and the entire ordering and administrative flows better for our existing customers, for our new customers, and certainly for other guests.
Sagar, you said that it's not as exciting as the other parts, but I almost like to think it's the most exciting part because it's thinking of all the things so our customers and clients don't have to think about it. So to me, that's pretty exciting.
Absolutely.
We can go to next slide.
Sweet. I can sort of kick this off here.
Great.
A lot of our restaurant partners on here, you went through the process at the top. which is the old process. Some of the current ones are going through the current process. And it was painful. Like it was a lot of our internal processes were really engineer dependent, and we really want to free up those resources so Jana can go ahead and build all the cool features that she has planned, and Sagar can, build platform scalability and reliability like he wants to. But we've got to unlock our resources from where they're being tied up, and this is one of those places. And from the current process, we want to get to a no-code onboarding process. Jana, can you tell us why that's particularly exciting for us and everybody on here?
I don't think we have enough time for me to tell you how exciting that is, but I will try my hardest to do so. So we can talk about, I'll just real quick talk about new clients. By the time you speak to us, you're ready to make the change and go live and start impacting and winning your customers back. So the faster we can do that for you, and you can tell over the last 12, 18 months, we have shrunk that time. So when you think about no code, the speed and reliability for us to get you live is just tremendously just shortened. We have some, we have dates and times that we're tracking for that. And I can't wait to unveil the impact of this on the next summit as well. But let's talk about the benefits to new and existing customers. So new, onboarding you faster, getting you back closer to your customers faster, using our engagement tools faster. All of that is obvious. But for our existing customers, you can unlock new features that you can control yourself in admin. And this is obviously unlocking our engineers to keep innovating and building on the new big products that you're used to getting from us. So yeah, just so excited there.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great. It's launching new products for existing clients is going to become faster. Onboarding is going to get heck of a lot faster, and it's going to be a lot less work on our side, and that's super exciting. That's a huge innovation in itself, even though you can't see it, but it's a huge innovation. Awesome. Let's keep going on here. Jana, thank you so much for jumping on. Excited to have you on the team. You'll be talking to a lot of the people on this live stream today. So
yeah, I'm sure I'll hear from a lot of you right after this, now that you have a name and a face to call. So thanks, Hadi.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. So the next person that we have on here, my co-founder and CTO, Andrew. Hey, how's it going?
Howdy. How's everybody doing? Thank you, Hadi. Yeah,
of course. Sweet. So we've got some. I know you're going to walk us through some of the stuff that we've built already, and we're really excited to have you walk us through it. So without further ado, kick us off and tell us about Pocket Kiosk.
Sure. Yes, and I gotta say, Hadi, you've been doing an awesome job, kind of taking us through all this. So I appreciate all the warm intros. So really excited to talk about Pocket Kiosk, one, because we brought it up during our last summit and as a major initiative for us and the products that we were rolling out. And we've seen a lot of really great traction in terms of folks that wanted to adopt it, wanted to launch with it, as well as adopting it in a variety of different ways, from table side to curbside, and really helping us focus on that initiative to marry that dine-in guest with the online guest. So whether that be, their contactless ordering and payments and all the payment and card information, in sync between online and in store, as well as the customer data and all their order history being in sync there as well. And really that cross-platform loyalty, being able to get loyalty points in store and dining in directly from your phones, especially in the new environment and the new ordering landscape that we're at, is hypercritical for us. So yeah, very excited about Pocket Kiosk, and more and more to come. And version 2 you saw on Jana's roadmap, so much more exciting stuff.
Yeah, and you mentioned landscape, Andrew, and I think that's really important here, right? Because the industry is, and I'm sure a lot of you restaurant partners for Lunchbox out there, you're noticing that there's labor shortages, right? So we're actively focusing on it, and providing features that can help you combat those labor shortages until things return to a better place. So again, feel free to reach out to your customer success partner if you have any questions about Pocket Kiosk.
Awesome. And now jumping in and talking a bit about bank loyalty as well. This is a new initiative that's currently in progress. And what this does is essentially enables your brand to be able to offer a similar loyalty program to what you see at Starbucks, or even when you think about Dave and Buster's and all of that, where a guest can go and they're placing orders, and over that course of that time, as they place each of their orders, their points balance keeps increasing, and they can choose when they want to redeem those points. So really spend as you go and redeem those points for different rewards and claims. So let's say you want to offer them a free cookie for 100 points, or if the guest goes and saves up for 1,500 points, they can go and unlock a free entree. This functionality in particular is it also goes in and matches with a lot of the functionalities that you see within our platform, like our tiered loyalty and our loyalty wallet and double points days and much more, to create a really engaging customer experience where more and more as we go and empower you with these tools, you're empowering your guests to also engage with your platform in the way that they wish. And then in particular, here I want to talk about nested modifiers. So this is a long-awaited feature and something that we're super excited to be wrapping up development on and going through the testing phases for. What this does is it enables your team to build menus that are comprehensive, but also not intimidating. So to be able to offer modifiers that are nested within another modifier. So that way, instead of a really, really long list of all the mods that what some folks might be used to or have to deal with, you can go and build combos or build things that aren't just about changing to the order, but also adding to the order and getting additional revenue from this specific item. And so this kind of layered functionality, and that's what we really like to think about it here, and that concept of building a menu that is going to allow the users, as they're going through the process, to kind of focus on each individual piece and build out their menu item. So yeah, this is a super exciting feature that we're really looking forward to rolling out. And the last tier, hello. And the last piece here I'll touch on is so Toast inventory integration. So we've gone ahead and rolled out an integration with Toast, what their stock API is. And so what that does is, let's say you're using Toast and their inventory management system. All of your menus, will be in sync with Lunchbox, but also all the inventory levels will be in sync too. So instead of going onto a Lunchbox dashboard and marking off an item as 86, instead it will go based off of the in-stock, out-of-stock, and even the quantity levels that are on the POS side. So this is easy to enable through the dashboard, is available. And if you would like to use this feature, feel free to reach out to your customer success rep. And a few of these features here in particular, like what Jana spoke about for the refund dashboard, the culture hub, production sheet, pocket kiosk, this inventory integration, all these different things you're able to reach out to your reps for. And then when you think about features such as like the mobile admin optimization and all these other features that we roll out, they're available right off the bat. So I think that's really exciting to talk about, like features that kind of just get enabled off the bat, and then also ones that we will help you and work into your workflows.
Sweet. Andrew, thanks so much. I'm going to go back a couple of slides. Emma in the chat had a question. Will the bank-based loyalty system have birthday rewards?
Yep, it will. So currently our system has birthday rewards built into it, where the customer will get automated. So all of their different loyalty systems are able to operate interchangeably with one another.
Amazing. And a couple of the questions about, we've got Zeno in the chat, and he mentioned, can you launch this 86ing item functionality in Brink as well?
No, that's a great question. So overall, we've been looking at the different. So first thing we did is we rolled this out for Toast, and we're looking at all the different documentations for Brink, for Revel, and for other POS providers to go and see, like, hey, how can we go and bring this this functionality to life with everyone? So that's a great question. It's something that we're actively exploring right now.
Amazing. Great. Yeah. So I think that answers Maggie's question too. If the POS system has it, we'll talk to them, and if enough clients request the feature, like, we'll build it. A lot of Toast clients requested this for us to build into this API, and the more engagement we get from you guys on that feature request board, the more incentive we have to sort of build a feature for everybody.
Yeah, Zeno in the chat. Yeah. So yeah, and I think that's why I'm really excited to be talking with everybody today about all these different features that we released and ones that are in progress, because a lot of this and all of what we're working on is really spearheaded by those conversations that we have on these boards, on the Candy board, on our features.lunchbox.io. So really appreciate everyone's input on these.
Amazing. Andrew, before we let you go, we've got one last question from Jenny at Wings Over. With the sold out feature, can you determine if you want something to show as sold out versus not being seen?
Yep. So we actually are, and that's currently the highest voted feature currently right now, is that when you 86 an item, that it will show as sold out versus not sold out. And that's our product team is actively talking about that. And we are going to be, I did put a note onto the, if you go to features.lunchbox.io, on that specific feature request. And for anyone else who, and I know that we have a couple of folks that already volunteered, anyone who wants to be a part of like our kind of focus group talk process, because there's so many different ways that you can enable an item and disable an item, right? By different order types, delivery and pickup, by, you could schedule that availability, you can 86 it, or let's say you want to just turn it off entirely. So yeah, we're looking to host, as we're going and talking about this feature, we're scoping it all out internally. It is one that is high on our list to go and tackle, and we're going to be reaching out to some folks that engage with us on there to get your thoughts on, like, hey, how do you handle 86, or what are your thoughts on, like, what does sold out mean to you? So yeah.
Awesome. Great. I'm glad we got so much engagement from this part of the presentation. Andrew, thanks so much for jumping on, and really excited to have you walk us through all that.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to talk.
Okay, great. Next up, we have Rachel Rosen. If we can just bring her onto the stage. She's going to talk about some of the customer success and the customer relations org and some of the upgrades that we're planning for you.
Thanks, Hadi. Really excited to be here. I met most of you on the last summit. Just want to reintroduce myself as the Chief Customer Officer here at Lunchbox. I've been here now for a little over 5 months, and spending a lot of time getting to meet a lot of you, building out our teams and process within customer success so that we can really help you guys do better and make more money with using the Lunchbox products and be more successful as a business as well. So one of the top things that we've really been focusing on over the last couple weeks is adding on some more senior leadership to my team. So first up, we have Martin Jeffers, who's joining us as Director of Solutions, overseeing our support and solutions and training team to really provide more support in general, put more process in place, and get you the resources that you need to be successful on your day-to-day. Additionally, we're adding in Joey Baumer, who's going to be our Senior Director of Customer Success, leading all of our customer success partners to just help with day-to-day needs that you might have and ensuring that you have ultimate success using Lunchbox. And then finally, we're adding in Jen Brantmeyer, who's going to be our Director of Onboarding. It's going to be focused on, with Jana, on the no-code onboarding and really creating a process that we can roll out products faster for you, especially those of you that are current holders with us today and are adding on new products. Sometimes it's taking a lot longer than it should, and we really want to make that faster so that you can start using all of the products that we have to offer as quickly as possible. So in addition to all the leadership that we've added on, we've really determined more CX roles within the team as well. So we have our onboarding team. So if you are new to the platform, you will have an assigned onboarding lead that's going to run through with you and project manage each individual product that you have to successful launch. And assisting them are our onboarding specialists who will be doing all the configurations, making sure your pictures are updated, making sure your menus are set up properly to get launched. Every one of you will have a customer success partner that will be focused on all your account needs and making sure that you have strategic planning on how to use Lunchbox and how we can better help your business. And supporting them is our support team, who will be handling all of the reactive support and the day-to-day issues that you have coming in, either via chat or email. And they can always be reached at help@lunchbox.io. And Our more technical team is our solutions engineers, and they're going to be helping with any super technical issues or things that might be coming up that we don't have today, really understanding your business needs to help the product team to develop those features for you. And lastly, we have our technical trainer we recently hired on, Tommy Sardo. Super excited to have him on the team to help build out documentation both internally and externally. Our real big focus is going to be our resource center, so you have great documentation to use to be able to support Lunchbox for all of your operational needs. And just to reiterate what Zach was talking about earlier with Lunchbox Studio, we have our growth marketing specialist, as well as a client marketing designer that's able to help all of you with all the marketing needs that you have. And as mentioned earlier, if you are interested in any marketing help, we're here for you, and feel free to reach out to your customer success partner to assist in getting those introductions so we can get you all the support that you need to market your business. So one of the things I really wanted to point out today is what our customer success partners do and what our support team does. So our customer success partners are really focused on making sure that you have the right information to be successful. That includes our resource center and hearing out all your concerns. What do you need as a business? What features do you need that we can help put into the candy board that is facing for you, which Hadi and Jana talked about earlier, so that we can make sure that we are ensuring that you're getting what you need to be successful and getting those features really reviewed that are most important to you. And having weekly and bi-weekly meetings, sometimes it's monthly, to really talk about strategy. What are you doing as a business? How can we help support you better? What can Lunchbox do so that you can be as successful as possible? And then we really want to celebrate you. What's important to you? Is it Super Bowl? Is it your anniversary of your restaurant? You've been around for 5 years. Anything that's fun that we can be a part of, we feel like we're an extension of your restaurant, and we hope you feel that way as well. And then our customer support team is really there for reactive support. They are there to help on the day-to-day issues. So anything that's happening, you're seeing something that's not functioning properly, that's when you want to contact support. Support is open from 8 a.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time via chat or email. So if you want to email, it's help@lunchbox.io. If you want to chat, you can find that within the Lunchbox dashboard. There's a little chat icon. Or if you're on our resource center page, you can go to support.lunchbox.io. There's also an icon at the bottom right that you can chat with any of our customer support representatives there as well. And the one new feature I really want to add, we've had a lot of requests of not knowing what the status is of your tickets within our ticketing system. So if you go on to support.lunchbox.io, on the top right-hand corner, you can sign in and it'll show you all of the requests that you have currently in progress. And then they'll also show you all the requests that you've been CC'd on. So if someone on your team has sent in the ticket and you weren't the original requester, but you were in CC, you can still see those tickets as well. And if you have any questions on how to do that, feel free to either reach out to our support team or your customer success partner, and they'd be absolutely happy to help you get that set up so you can always see the visibility of the tickets that you have at any given point in time within our system. Awesome. So I'm really excited to have one of our restaurant partners here come on, Jordan Johnson from Naked Farmer. One of our big initiatives this month has been sustainability. You've probably seen a lot of our posts around that. And Jordan's going to talk a little bit about Naked Farmer and why sustainability is so important to them and kind of how he built that. So Jordan,
hey
happy to have you. Welcome. Love to hear a little bit more about Naked Farmer and sustainability.
Yeah, sure. At Naked Farmer, we're driven by a mission to build a better food system. And we're going to do it by connecting farmers to community. We believe that a better food system is also a more sustainable one. So we've set out to build a chain of restaurants that serve unpretentious food sourced by farmers in our backyard. And of course, this isn't a new idea. Many of America's first diners were created to do just this. So, you know, when you start to talk about sustainability, we believe that it starts with the choices that we make about what we eat. We believe that food is the cause and the cure for health and the environment. And it's the cause and the cure for most of what's going on with the world today, including the overwhelming burden of chronic disease, which is spreading around the world. There's literally an endless amount of topics out there to discuss surrounding sustainability. But, you know, in short, we think it's more than just compostable takeout materials. It starts with the kind of food that you eat. You know, diets that are good for the planet tend to be good for people too. And Naked Farmer is really focused on this world that can be more sustainable, that really starts with our food system. It begins by, you know, building a more local network of farmers in our communities to create a more resilient food supply. You know, we saw this during coronavirus when vegetables and meats were literally flying off the shelves in grocery stores. You know, the second layer of this is, you know, among the more promising things out there, which is more sustainable farming practices. It's also known as regenerative agriculture. You know, most people think that, you know, you need to become a vegan if you want to eat a climate supportive diet. And, you know, yeah, we should all avoid feedlot beef for its health and climate and environmental impacts. But, you know, what we've learned recently in the last few years is that regeneratively raised beef actually improves carbon sequestration through natural grazing practices. And, you know, down here in Florida, you know, our farmers are beginning to cover crop their soil as the summer nears. So it's richer and more nutrient dense for the next crop. And, you know, these are the kind of things that are sustainability at the source. And this is the way that Naked Farmer, you know, thinks about the word sustainability.
Awesome, that's so cool, Jordan. How do you source your farmers today to get the produce into Naked Farmer?
We put a lot of miles on the car. We're always driving around, and whether it's to farmers markets or whatever, we're always looking for new partners and growers. We're fortunate to live in Florida, and most of what we source is from the Southeast and from our state. And so a lot of people ask that question, how do you find your farmers? And there's not an easy way to do it. You don't just go on Yelp and type in farmers. It's a very relationship-based process. It's one that takes time. It took us about a year to build our direct-to-farm network that we built in 2019 in order to open up our first store. And it's really one that never really ends, because you're always learning about new farmers and new growers, and we're always developing out new seasonal menus. And so with that, our needs change and so on.
Yeah, that's really awesome. Thank you so much for taking the time to come on and share with the entire summit here. We're now at 259 people, which is absolutely amazing. And we appreciate having you on as a Lunchbox partner, and the time that you took to really explain to everyone about sustainability and how important it is to not just all of us, but everyone. So thank you so much again.
Thanks, Rachel.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think we're going to bring up a couple more people and open the floor to Q&A.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're still watching with us, please feel free to click on the Ask Question button. It's to the left of the chat box on the bottom right of your screen. You'll find it kind of right next to the people section. Click on ask a question and throw your questions in there. We'll give about 5-10 minutes to answer some quick questions. Sweet. Looks like the team's been pretty great over here. They've been answering some of the questions already. I guess this is a question that I think, Scott, would be great for you. This was asked by Maggie in the chat. From a restaurant management standpoint, who typically manages Lunchbox? Is it a actually, this would be a great question for Rachel Rose, and I apologize. From a restaurant management standpoint, who typically manages Lunchbox? Is it a dedicated person / team, or different facets handled by different departments?
Yeah, great question. So I think it really depends upon the size of the restaurant group. Some people have different people managing it. So if they have an IT director, they may be the main person doing it, or they may have the marketing team manage the marketing part and IT doing everything else. So it really just depends upon the size. We've seen it be one person to multiple people, again, just depending.
Got it. Maggie, let us know if that answers your question. Happy to elaborate a little bit later or directly via email to you as well. That's a great question to ask, and we're happy to answer it. Rokni, I apologize for mispronouncing your name, asked, what are some plans / goals to help small / local mom and pop restaurants, especially the owners that don't have high tech literacy? And I think that, Scott, I think this would be a great question for you. Like, what are we, like, how are we thinking about the mom and pop restaurants, and what are our goals there?
Absolutely. Like, look, we're constantly expanding and investing in our feature set across all our customers. So as we roll out new features, the mom and pop shops get the same type of functionality and benefit as our mid-market and enterprise customers. So we're invested in all our customers.
Yeah, absolutely. Great. Not too many questions, so I'm kind of going to hold people in the chat accountable here for our restaurant partners. I know you guys really hold us accountable when we're in meetings together. This is your chance to sort of throw your questions in and get them answered. So feel free to jump on and ask me questions. I'm going to go back to one of the old ones. And Jen, I'm going to take this one away from you, but it says 86 item features for inventory. Will it be available on other POS systems? Again, depends on the POS system. If they have that available, if they make it available and enough people want it, we will build it. Throw it into the features section on the Lunchbox dashboard. That's where Jana and her team are looking out for it.
I did want to, while we wait for a few more questions, Hadi, Maggie had another great question in there around, I won't throw Campaigner totally under the bus there, but we've had a lot of different questions on our email marketing tools. I mentioned this, and I don't think I gave it enough time in our roadmap around our customer engagement platform, or what our CRM 2.0 looks like. And so it is super high priority for us to get that MVP out the door, and that includes our email marketing tools. So it is being addressed. It is high priority, and it's one of the things I'm most excited about, is getting these tools that we're using to help you actually in your hands directly. So long answer short, it's happening, and we'll keep you posted on timeline.
Amazing. Thanks, Jana. I'm looking here for any new questions. When are integrated gift cards coming online? I think this is more a question around physical gift cards and when they're going to be online. Jana, feel free to take this. If not, I can take this as well.
Yeah, go ahead and take it. And then I want to say, for all of these very specific, like when are things going to be released, I'm actually going to take all these questions and then go back to our roadmap and make sure we can communicate that clearly. But you can take this one, but just know that I'll come back and answer these after as well.
Great. Awesome. Yeah. So when it comes to that, Michael, yeah, I think Andrew sort of threw it in there as well. We've got integrations with Heartland for Brink POS. It really just depends on the point of sale system. We're trying to pick a flagship partner for a point of sale system, because we do need to integrate into somebody to provide that physical gift card experience in a digital world. And like Andrew said, again, for Brink, we're integrated with Heartland gift cards, and if you use them at any other POS system, feel free to let us know. And then Value Tech is another integration that we're wrapping up and in the certification process today. Awesome. We got room for a couple more questions here. Hi from Epic Questions. Hey Adil, how you doing? Will this move to no code onboarding have any impact on what is possible with Lunchbox UI in the future? Jana?
So Lunchbox UI, can I get a clarifying question? For the admin portal or for our guests and patrons?
Yeah, I think it's just this would be mostly for what we can do on behalf of our clients, and then you can take a second part, which is what can they do themselves eventually down the road when we're ready for it.
Yeah, this is the fun part that I almost called you Rosen again. I'm so used to calling everyone by the last name. I'll be more professional. This is, I mean, on our wine night last night with Rachel is what we're talking about is the rollout of this. And it's so exciting to really shift it. We're going to be doing our training and rollout for all of Rachel's team on what they will be able to configure now without engineering and without code. So we're bringing that all into what they can control. And then as we start to lay out that user flow, we'll be looking at what of those will be then opened up to our customers as well. And that will be rolled out with proper training and communication as well. And that will be happening quickly. You're going to start to see that, in the next month or so, you'll start to see some communications on that from us.
Awesome.
Good.
And go ahead, please.
Sorry, I just want to add on to what Jana said. Like, one of the big things and why we're so excited about this is that most of you will be able to do a lot on your own and not have to reach out to support. Support's always going to be there, but we really want you to be enabled to get done what you need to do quickly and not have to rely on our team to help support you. We're always going to be there, but the more you can do on your own, the faster you're going to get the results as well. And that's a lot of what Jana's really been focusing on so that we can get you everything that you need to be successful.
Awesome. Thanks, Rachel. And Jana, just one clarifying question. By not involving engineering, would these UI changes that happen in the future, would you say that they would be to some degree a little bit quicker because they wouldn't involve adding an engineer to the process?
Absolutely. You guys can imagine when a request doesn't have to go in a development queue or for prioritization. Why we're putting so much time into this right now is that we will do all of development on the back end to automate that. So now it just takes, if it's client facing and they can do it themselves, doesn't go into the development queue, or if it's something that Rachel and her team, it doesn't have to go into development queue anymore. So you're not waiting on me, you're not waiting on our engineering team as we're building other things. It's going to be immediate. So quicker configurations and quicker changes for you. Absolutely.
Awesome. We've got one last question here. I think this is perfect for Scott. Scott, to tee you up. Are you guys going to start offering solutions for small businesses at some point for 1 to 2 locations?
It's not currently part of our roadmap, but it may be next year.
Amazing. And the reason why we're trying to focus is we're trying to build, mid-market and enterprise has engaged us with some of the most complicated feature sets. And we expect, according to Scott's timeline, when we get to the 1 to 2 locations, we'll have an enormous waterfall of features that you'll have available to that enterprise systems use, that mid-market systems use, that you'll be able to use because Lunchbox has built it out already, right? It's on the timeline that Scott mentioned, but the delay is definitely a good thing because of how much more feature-rich it's going to be. So
I want to jump in and just tie it back to like what we're doing now and bring it back to be about me. The no-code onboarding piece, we couldn't serve small and medium restaurants if that wasn't in place. And there's so many other big pieces like that. So it's all this puzzle piecing and prioritizing. So yeah, we're talking about, enabling and being really excited about our restaurants and clients now, but without no-code onboarding, we couldn't serve you. So it's all of those lessons over the next 12 to 18 months that are going to make this an incredibly strong product to execute on what we promise for our small and medium business partners as well.
Absolutely. I think that's a great call out as well. That sort of concludes our Q&A, and along with that, the April Summit for Lunchbox. Thank you so much for jumping on and taking the time out of your busy day once again to chat with us, to ask us questions, to ask where we're going, for letting us show you what we have planned. we've got some amazing things planned, and we will be sending out a quick recap of the summit as well. If you have any questions, or if there's anything on here that you want to know about, a feature you want to participate in, anything that you want to be a part of, please reach out to your customer success partners. They've been instructed on how to communicate with the rest of the org to get you what you need from this summit. Thank you so much to our guest speakers, Robert Earl and Jordan Johnson. Really appreciate you guys jumping on here. Thank you everyone in chat. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in a couple of months.
Thank you to Hadi for hosting us today. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, thanks,
Thank
Hadi.
you.
Thanks, everyone.
Right. Have a great day. Thank you.